Northwestern Chronicles, Episode 39, Passenger Challenger. At Knapford Station, Thomas and Gordon were patiently awaiting the arrival of Bertie and Bulgy. Some time had passed before Bertie had finally arrived. He was packed to the brim with passengers. Following closely after him was Bulgy. "Sorry, everyone," panted Bertie. "We got held up." "I don't like excuses," grunted Gordon, "and I don't think the Fat Controller does either." "Why are you too late anyways?" asked Thomas. "We had to pick up some passengers arriving at the harbor." "That's strange. Most passengers get picked up at a station." Few had noticed the passengers who had left Bertie and Bulgy and rushed to the station platform. The station was now extremely crowded. "This is ridiculous. How are we supposed to carry all these passengers?" "Beats me," replied Bertie. After getting their tickets, the passengers began to crowd around the coaches. The Fat Controller was disturbed by the noise and angrily stepped outside. "Thomas, where did all these people come from?" "We were wondering that same thing, sir." Sir, why is your cup empty?" Lady Hat said we're all out of coffee. I don't know how I made it here as is. To be honest, Thomas, I'm so tired I don't know if I can manage this today. Which is why I've asked my sons, Richard and Charles, to take over things. My daughter Emily is away and was never too interested in this work anyways. I've asked Linda to help them out as well. Well, I'm sure they'll do a great job, sir." "Yes, likewise, Thomas. Now if I could only find that coffee." It wasn't long before Richard and Charles had arrived, along with Linda. "Hello, everyone," began Richard. "As you can tell, we have a major influx of passengers today, so we need to get our trains moving fast. Charles and I will be around to supervise, and Linda will be here to oversee everything." "But, sir, how are we going to get all these passengers to their destinations on time?" "Yeah," said James, "and what about our other jobs?" "You will all need to work together," said Charles. "We have engines at the ready at different stations and switches to take over trains. It'll be your job to decide when to stop and when to start with another job." "It won't be easy," said Linda, "but your work will pay off." With no time to spare, the engines left the station in a big hurry. As Murdoch was resting in the yard, Gordon appeared with his express. "Need some help, Gordon?" he asked. "It would be nice. I have to get a goods train from the quarry. Where's this going?" "Back to Knapford for another round trip." "What, do you want to switch jobs?" "Sure. We have to help each other out if we want this railway to run on time." "Good point. Well, you can have it. I'll get to that goods train then." Later, Percy found James at Marin. He looked very tired. "Need some help, James?" he asked. "Sorry, Percy, but I'm not in the mood for tricks today." No, I'm serious. Would you like to trade jobs?" "Pah, from a little tank engine like you? No, thanks." "You look pretty tired." "I think I'll do fine on my own, thank you very much. Besides, don't you have other work to do?" "Sure, but I still want to help out." "You can help by not distracting me anymore. I was assigned this job, and I will see it to the end." Percy left, disappointed, and soon after James left the station. Meanwhile, Toby arrived at Elsbridge with Annie and Clarabelle. There was Charles Hat. "Well done, Toby. I see you and Thomas have taken our message to heart." "Indeed, sir. But how did you get here so fast from Knapford?" "Well, believe it or not, I actually live here." "Ah, very good, sir." More passengers climbed on, and the guard blew his whistle. "Well, I'm off. Thank you, sir." "And thank you too, Toby. You got this." At Knapford Station, Murdoch arrived with the express, and there was Richard and Linda. "Well done, Murdoch. You're actually ahead of schedule." "That's good news, although I'm afraid I'm very tired." "No worries," said Linda. "Hero over here has offered to exchange his train for yours." "Oh, well, thank you, Hero." "Of course. This train will get to the station in no time." "At this rate, every engine on Sodor will have a chance to pull someone else's train." "Well, it seems to be working." "Indeed." But at the quarry, James was having trouble. His train had become packed, and he was losing steam, until he finally stopped. After some time, Percy appeared. "What's wrong, James?" asked Percy. "I'm so tired. I thought I could do this myself, but I guess I was wrong." "So now do you want my help?" "Yes, please." James felt humiliated, but too exhausted to protest. "We should have enough time to get these passengers to Knapford." You better hurry. I don't know how much time we have left. As the day was nearing its end, the engines had gathered at the station. James was pulling the last train, but time was running out. You two better hope that James gets here on time, or else we'll be taking our investment elsewhere. Mr. Michaels, James is very hard-working. I'm sure he'll have no trouble. As the clock ticked, everyone waited with much anticipation, but the platform remained clear. Thomas looked at the clock on the wall. Come on, James. Just before time ran out, Percy pulled into the station platform, with James and his coaches following after him. Everyone cheered as the clock struck and the passengers departed. Richard and Charles took a sigh of relief. See, we told you they would get here in time. Mr. Michaels was shocked and remained silent. That was a close call, Percy. Well done. But James felt upset. Soon the Fat Controller appeared with a full cup of coffee. Thank you all for your hard work today. I also want to thank my 2 sons and Linda for their help as well. You all pulled through, and now you can rest. After everyone dispersed, Thomas, Percy, Gordon, and James were all that remained at the station. Sorry for being prideful, said James. I should have allowed you to help me, Percy. No worries, James. We all make mistakes. Indeed, agreed Gordon. All that matters now is that you've learned an important lesson. And besides, Percy managed to get here in time anyways. James regretted what happened, but was happy that everything worked out in the end.